guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys, and well, moreover, it is of course officially the first one for 2025 this year, so yeah. I guess it looks like since a brand new year has officially begun, it's time to officially kickstart my movie-going experience once again for sure. So yeah, you know what that means, right? A new year and a new batch of movies for me to finally see throughout the majority of this year for sure. And hopefully I'll be able to get through all of them for sure, despite, of course, some things come up as of now, and even some future plans of mine for sure. And for those who are wondering, pretty much in regards to what's happened with TikTok as of now, I guess we all saw it coming before we could actually, before I could begin talking about this for sure, so. But yeah, either way, I lived up to my promise and I've deleted all my TikTok account as expected, and well, I guess there's no real way to, of course, pretty much let me reinstall it and get it back on track as of now, give it to what's gone on, so. But yeah, if you have seen my short video in regards to the recent announcement on what will be for future plans and stuff, they'll definitely come up as we speak, so I'll hopefully work something out. But until then, I'm still gonna do what I do normally for sure, and well, I guess as usual, like any other thoughts video that I would actually talk about for sure, I think I might as well pretty much talk about the latest movie that has officially came out that I have the privilege to finally go see, so yeah, hopefully I think it'll be a good way to liven things up for sure, so either way, I think we might as well get right on to it for sure, so yeah, I guess either way, since I do know that a brand new year has officially started for sure, I guess I need to start off with something that might actually pique my interest for sure. And quite fitting enough for sure because, well, I think it's about time that we start off this year with another horror movie. Yeah, I guess it almost is kind of rare for me to actually start off the new year with a new horror movie that just came out. Even though I think January is not really a good month to start off the new year in terms of new releases for sure. But hey, I'm sure that there are some plenty good ones that I've seen over the years that really does liven things up for sure, so yeah. I guess I might be in to officially talk about this one for sure, and, well, we're not just going to talk about any other horror movie for sure, we're actually talking about the latest one that is given to us from well-known horror movie studio, Blumhouse. Yeah, I guess it's been a long while since I've actually seen a new movie from Blumhouse for sure. But hey, I definitely need to start off this year with a little something from them for sure, since, yeah, it has been a long while since I've actually talked about one of their films for sure, so kind of actually interesting for sure. But moreover, I think in regards to what we're actually getting from Blumhouse, it actually is, of course, pretty much a certain little reimagining on a well-known classic horror movie from way back then as like a little piece of cinematic history. Yeah, I think it's quite clear, of course, on that front for sure, so yeah, but in case you're, a lot of you guys are actually quite curious, we might as well start off the new year properly with, of course, the latest film that Blumhouse has, of course, given to us for sure, which is none other than Wolfman, so yeah, that's of course what I'm talking about here today. Not only is this the latest film that just came out not too long ago, but it's also a, as they like to call it, a reimagining of course, the good classic, pretty much the good classic film as part of the classic Universal monster movies, which is, of course, The Wolfman, so yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright. Alright then, so yeah, before we can go ahead and talk about this latest movie, I think it makes sense that we should probably talk about, well, the Wolfman first. So yeah, I guess if anything, in regards to pretty much of anything, when you think of something from classic cinema for sure, let alone as a little something from, of course, the past works given to us from Studio Universal for sure. Yeah, you would definitely know the one thing that definitely comes into mind would definitely have to be the classic Universal monster movies, and yeah, there's a lot to go through in terms of their lineup for sure, with some pretty well-known ones that we all know and love, such as, of course, Dracula, Frankenstein, pretty much The Invisible Man, The Creature from the Black Lagoon, and, of course, the Wolfman being one of them for sure, so... Oh yeah, even the Mummy as well, cannot forget the Mummy, of course, the classic Universal monster movies for sure, so... But yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Wolfman for sure, and... I mean, in all honesty, I think I never actually checked out the Wolfman for sure, pretty much since I do know that film actually came out many years ago for sure, But hey, I definitely know hands down, it is of course on there alongside all the other classic Universal monster movies for sure that we all know and love for sure, so yeah. And I guess if anything, definitely is one of the main gems as part of that lineup as like a little piece of pretty much cinematic history for sure, as I personally like to call it that for sure. But regardless on that, pretty much whether you love the original Wolfman or not, yeah, it definitely holds the place as being one of the well-known classics for sure, and yeah, it's definitely the one thing that comes into mind as part of the classic Universal monster movies for sure, so yeah, and let's not forget to mention, since this latest one is of course a little reimagining for sure, I mean, in all honesty, it's not the first time the Wolfman actually got the remake treatment for sure, as like, I do believe there are several others that came out because, well, I know I'm way behind in terms of course, some movies for sure, so bear with me on that, so yeah, but I guess in regards to, of course, this one, as of now, I actually got myself quite curious to see on how this one will do for sure, because, well, there's a lot of nice and unique ideas they want to go for, while actually trying to keep true to, of course, the original for sure, in pretty much to help keep the love and spirit alive. And not to mention the director of this film, Leigh Whannell, I will have to say is not only a really good actor in terms of a horror, but it's also a really good director, hands down, for sure, because, yeah, let's face it, the last time he actually directed a remaking, or, yeah, pretty much a remake, or pretty much a reimagining of one of the classic Universal monster movies was definitely his take on The Invisible Man, for sure, to which I sadly haven't seen around the time it came out, but I do hear really good things about it, for sure, So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, on that front. So yeah, given to all that, I guess it's no big surprise that Leigh Whannell has actually directed The Invisible Man for Blumhouse beforehand. So I guess his take on The Wolfman will actually give us something interesting for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, on that front for sure. So yeah, I did manage to finally get myself in to officially go and see this movie for myself, all thanks to the kind people at Crown City Cinemas, as always. You guys really rock, as always, so yeah. And of course, I did manage to officially go and see this movie for myself, and, well, now that I'm officially back from, of course, seeing it, what do I think of this one overall? Well, I will have to say, I'm kind of half and half, of course, this one for sure. Like, I know this movie is not great, but it's not terrible either. it's pretty much a rather mixed bag, in my opinion, and yeah, kind of bit of a, also a bit of a pretty weak start, to, of course, pretty much kick off this era for sure, because, yeah, this movie, yeah, there are some parts of it that I really do, like, but other times, it's just a complete letdown, all the way, so, but yeah, not by all means great, but not terrible either. I'm just half and half, of course, this one for sure, so yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright then, so yeah, now that I've got the short version out of the way, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about everything that I need to talk about for sure. For starters is, of course, the story, and, well, I guess, if anything, given to what I've actually seen, I do like what they were going for, in terms of the story for, of course, this movie. But at the same time, I just kind of felt, it might have dragged on a bit, as we speak, without anything interesting happening for sure. And I do find it quite, I do find it quite a bit of a massive letdown for sure, because if anything, since I know this is a horror movie, I do want to see something that'll be interesting for sure, and actually give us something really unique and scary at the same time. And for some parts of it, it actually does get the uniqueness part down just fine. But in terms of anything scary, it just really doesn't know how to, even if I act like I'm actually being scared based on everything that has actually happened, it just really doesn't do much for me for sure, so yeah, that's pretty much what I can say for the story, hands down. Again, I do like what they were going for, hands down, but I guess if anything, some parts of it I just kind of felt were not really that interesting for sure, and there isn't anything that really got me to care, hands down, so yeah, that's pretty much what I can say for the story, hands down. Now, as for the writing, I have to say, honestly, to me, I just kind of felt the writing in this film is just way too sloppy in some areas for sure. In fact, again, there are some parts of it that I do like what they were going for, but other times I just kind of felt they really didn't give off something that'll actually grip my attention, hands down, and I do find that to be seriously rather disappointing for sure, because if anything, I do want to be engaged on everything that goes on for sure, and I do want to be invested with everything hands down, but yeah, some parts of it actually did give me exactly that, but other times, probably not much hands down, so yeah, that's pretty much what I can say for, of course, the writing, hands down. Again, some parts of it I just kind of thought were actually nicely done, but other times, it's just a complete letdown all the way, and I just kind of felt that maybe I think it could use a massive revision, hands down, to make it all the more gripping and interesting, like I wanted it to be for sure, so yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alrighty then, so now that I've actually got those two out of the way, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about the next couple of things I need to talk about for sure, which are, of course, next up is, of course, the characters, and honestly, to me, I think in terms of the characters, hands down, yeah, I guess if anything, I do like the nice setup they actually did for all these characters, hands down. But I really don't think they actually gave us something that'll make them likable and interesting in such a way, hands down. To which, yeah, I don't even know if I'm supposed to care for any of these characters, hands down, for sure, because I do find them not really that interesting, hands down. So yeah, I think it's pretty much what I can say for the characters, hands down. Now, as for the actors that came on board to play all these characters, well, I guess in all honesty, I will give them credit that they were at least trying to give off some good performances, hands down. Like, I do know that they are investigating, of course, the material that they have to work with in order to make it fantastic for sure. But yeah, I think it's what I can't say hands down. I mean, I know most of the acting is not really good, but it's not really that awful either. So I guess if anything, I really do give the actors credit for at least trying to give off some good performances, hands down, for sure. So yeah. That's pretty much what I can say for, of course, the actors. The characters and the actors in a nutshell, for sure. So yeah, I will give the actors credit for at least trying to give off some good performances. But the characters that they're playing, I just really don't think are actually that interesting, hands down. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright. Alrighty then, so yeah, now that I've actually got those two out of the way, what else is there for me to talk about? Actually, quite a whole lot, for sure. I guess if anything, when it comes to horror movies, hands down, I think we should definitely talk about the one aspect that we all know when it comes to horror movies, hands down, and that being, of course, the toning atmosphere. And yes, I do know it's two things, hands down, but I still count it as one of the main aspects when it comes to horror movies, hands down, so. And I guess if anything, given to what I've actually seen by far, I just I really do think the toning atmosphere, while I do think some parts of it are actually nicely done and actually fits quite well for the atmospheric side of things, hands down, its tone, from what I can gather, is just something I really couldn't actually follow through, hands down, and I just kind of felt it might be all over the place, hands down, for sure, and yeah, I do find it quite a shame, because maybe with a much better tone, I think it could actually work a whole lot better, hands down, so yeah, but instead, they just, they kind of felt that this is the right direction to go for. This is something that will really get them investing and interesting, hands down, and I guess if anything, that's not what I'm looking for, hands down. So yeah, and of course, let's not forget to mention, like any other horror movie, hands down, you definitely gotta include pretty much include some stuff where there's like bits and pieces of blood and gore, and of course someone getting killed, for sure, and even I find that to be pretty much a little underwhelming, for sure, because if anything, yeah, I guess from what I can gather, when pretty much whenever someone dies in this film, yeah, I just really don't think I'm actually that intrigued. Of course, everything that pretty much everything that happened whenever a character dies, for sure. So yeah. But I guess it could have worked if at least the characters are more interesting, and there's something that I could actually get a full understanding on why this needed to happen, hands down. But it hardly ever happens, from what I can gather, and I will say some of it is actually, yeah, some of them are nicely done, but other times, probably not much. I just kind of felt it could have been a whole lot better, hands down, and even the blood and the imagery, hands down, even the makeup work, I will have to say, is just so, pretty much so minimum and passing, so underwhelming that I really don't think it'll actually be worth the R rating, hands down. So yeah, but I won't give away, of course, what actually happens in, of course, this film, for sure, because I hate giving away spoilers, hands down. But I will say, if you actually do see what goes on throughout the course of this movie, you'll definitely know it would be a massive letdown, hands down. So yeah, I know I did when, of course, I actually saw this one, for sure, and trust me, I was a little underwhelmed, and of course, giving us a little something that's pretty much the Wolfman being well, the Wolfman. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. And I guess to continue on, I guess for the next thing that I need to mention, the visuals and the effects. Well, I guess about anything, that's one thing I need to mention for sure. For most of the visuals and the effects, yeah, I just really don't think they really did an impressive job, hands down. Like I know, again, the makeup and the Blum work that they actually did, I just kind of felt was pretty much a bare minimum at best, hands down. And I really don't think it's utilized quite well, hands down. And again, I do felt it pretty much be pretty much a much bigger letdown than I thought we were gonna get for sure. But yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, on that front. Now, of course, if anything, the other visuals and the other part of the visuals and the effects, I will have to say, some of them I will have to say are actually nicely impressive, hands down, and actually works quite well to fit in well with everything that goes on throughout the course of the movie. And upon looking at it, I really do like what they actually did, hands down, and that's something I do wish they could explore more for sure. So yeah, but then again, I really do think it's pretty much overshadowed by other stuff that I really do felt was, of course, a massive letdown for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Now, as for the direction for this film done by Leigh Whannell, again, I will have to give him a fully pretty much with a full-on respect, hands down, because if anything, when it comes to Leigh Whannell, again, he needs no introduction. He is, of course, a really good actor, and he can actually direct a good movie for sure. And, of course, for the sake of this film, I will give him credit. He's at least trying his best to actually make this one work for sure. And I really do admire the commitment he actually did to work around the material that's given to him at best for sure. So yeah, it's not by all means awful from what I can gather, but I will give him credit for at least trying, hands down, for sure. So yeah, good on you, Leigh Whannell, hands down. So I will give you credit for at least trying, hands down. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. And of course, the cinematography in this film is pretty much decent at best. Some camera shots I really do think work well, while others I just kind of felt is not really pretty much not really well done, I will have to say, and I just really don't think it actually works quite well to the film's advantage for sure. Like, I do like what they were actually trying to go for, hands down, but I really don't think they did an impressive job with that, hands down. And of course, let's not forget to mention the editing, I have to say, is also cut up fine from what I can gather. Not really that great or awful, just fine for what it is for sure. And of course, I could definitely make the same argument for the pacing, hands down. Yeah, again, I do like what they were actually going for, but some areas I will have to say is just massively slow for sure. I do kind of felt they could have actually ramped things up a bit to actually make it all the more engaging, hands down. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say for everything that I have to say about this movie, hands down. So I think it would actually help paint a clear picture, of course, of what exactly I'm talking about, hands down. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright, so I guess with all that said and done, that's pretty much everything that I need to say about this movie, hands down. So yeah, I guess overall, Wolfman, I do kind of felt it's not really that great, but it's not terrible either. It is a decent enough flick for what it is, and I will give it credit for at least trying its best to do what it needs to do. But in other areas, I just kind of felt was a massive letdown, hands down, and I just really don't think it actually gave us something unique or interesting, hands down. And I know it is such a shame, hands down, because I know the reason to do a remake of a well-known classic is, of course, do something different, or at least improve on something the original was lacking, hands down. And don't get me wrong, there are some remakes I have talked about, and I really enjoyed, from what I could gather. I dare even say some of them I actually enjoyed as much as I enjoyed the original, hands down. But yeah, either way, if you can actually find a way to actually do it right, then I think you're guaranteed to give us something good. But this, however, for while there are some things that I do admire, hands down, other times it's just not really an improvement, hands down. It's just pretty much your bland and basic horror flick with, of course, pretty much a recognizable name stamped onto it, hands down. But yeah, I think it's what I can say on that front, hands down, but it is such a shame because some of the stuff that I actually do like in this film, I do like what they were actually going for, and maybe I guess with a little reworking here and there, and maybe adding some stuff that will actually show on why exactly they want to do this, hands down. I think it could actually result in a much better movie, hands down. But I guess for what it is, I don't think it really is saying much, hands down. So yeah, again, I can't say this film is by all means great and not really worth recommending, hands down. But I will say it's not bad either, as I don't fully hate this film all the way. I definitely do think I'm somewhere down the middle, hands down, but at the same time, I just kind of felt it is pretty weak as well. So yeah, I know that's definitely saying a whole lot, but I think it's all what I can say, of course, on that front, hands down. So yeah, part of me wants to encourage you to check it out if you might be up for it, but other times, another side of me just say I don't think it's actually worth it, hands down. So yeah, it's not by all means the worst, but it is definitely one pretty much one full moon that I will not be howling at anytime soon. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say. Of course, that front, not really great by all means, but not awful either. Just I'm somewhere down the middle, and yeah, this is pretty weak, hands down, and I don't think it's worth your time regardless. And because of that, folks, yeah, I guess for my final score, I'm definitely going to give this movie a 5.5 out of 10. Like I said, I can't say this movie is great, but I don't think it's bad either. I'm just a little at best with, of course, this one. So yeah, hopefully I think the next time Blumhouse pretty much does a reimagining of a recognizable monster movie that Universal has done and actually doing in a fun and creative way, hands down. Hopefully I think they might do better, hands down, instead of giving us another one of these, hands down. So yeah, by all means, Blumhouse, if you want to do the same thing for the next movie that you want to release, please be the Invisible Man and not this, hands down. I'm only saying that in terms of reception, hands down. So yeah, I guess in terms of critical reception as of now, be the Invisible Man, but not this movie for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah. Alright. Alright, so I guess with all that said and done, that's pretty much everything that I need to say about this movie, hands down. So So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and by all means, I want to ask all of you guys, what do you think of the recent Wolfman movie? If you have actually seen it for yourself, do you absolutely really enjoyed it and think it's a really great reimagining of the classic Wolfman movie that came before? Or do you absolutely hate it and think it pretty much is an absolute abomination all the way? Or are you like me and you're split down the middle where it's not great but not terrible either, but it is pretty weak, hands down. So yeah, let me know what you thought of this movie down in the comments down below. I would love to know on what you guys think for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest video, and yep, looks like we've got a lot going on for 2025 this year, but I am determined, of course, some of the good stuff that's going to help overshadow the terrible stuff we're going to be getting hands down. And don't worry about a thing, in light of course, me shutting down my TikTok account because of the recent ban that's occurred hands down. And yes, by the way, I am fully aware that TikTok is, of course, back online as we speak, but as of now, I don't have the energy to, of course, get my TikTok back up and running hands down, and I'm going to stick to my work and pretty much change gears in terms of my short-form videos hands down. But don't worry, I've already got some things planned out that I hope to get underway hands down that will definitely serve as a replacement hands down to, of course, what I actually got, and to go alongside the new changes with, of course, the short-form videos hands down. So yeah, definitely be on the lookout for the hosts, and I'll let you guys know if something's come up hands down. And don't worry, I will update the outro video at the end of my videos as normal hands down once I get something sorted out hands down. So yeah, hopefully in a future video that I'll have coming up very, very soon, you'll definitely see on, of course, that front. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, I guess until then, and right up until the next movie I'll actually plan on going to see later on down the road, all I can say for now is thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/Ackleyattack447TV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more, in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wish list on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyattackTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.